Statements concerning the recent elections, UD elections in Mogotio constituency. I'd like to say that the elections proceeded very well, and I'd like to thank Mogotio voters for turning up in large numbers to come and vote or participate in these elections, this UD election nomination. I'd like to say that things proceeded very well the whole day, and I want to appreciate the organization of UDA under the leadership of the Deputy President, Dr. William Ruto. The organization was actually excellent, and people voted very well. At the Tallying Center, we received almost all the results from different polling stations. About Mogotio has around 152 polling stations, and we had actually received all of them, except one, which had actually arrived, but the PO, or the presiding officer, left somehow. I'd like to say that everything actually, all the reports came in well. There was no disputes anywhere. And until the last box, which only had, which was not open because the PO or the presiding officer wasn't around. When the returning officer attempted to open, the other candidates objected and said that he wanted to know where the presiding officer was. But eventually, as we proceeded negotiations, some other wounds came and actually disrupted the process. They actually kicked around the material, the election materials, the results, the boxes, and disruption took place. I'd like to say that was uncalled for. It was unnecessary because basically all the results were in, and there were no malpractice as such. Personally, I'd already won the election with 9,700 votes, and the runner-up was having 9,460 votes, without only one station, which only had 61, maximum 61 voters. The difference was more than 250. So even this particular box would not make a difference. And therefore, when it was disrupted, it was correct that they actually had to give us the certificates, because basically the election was complete. The next day we were given the certificates, the provisional certificates for UDA, myself for the MP Mogotio constituency. So I'd like to thank the Mogotio constituents for voting me as their next MP. Unfortunately, this morning, when I woke up, I was surprised to hear that the National Election Board had actually called for a repeat in Mogotio constituency. First, I'd like to say that the National Election Board or Tribunal did not really inform us of any issues arising from Mogotio constituency. We know that towards the end there was disturbance, there was a bit of disruption, but basically all the results were in, and the difference between me and my opponent was about 250. The only box which was not open had only a maximum of 61 votes. So it really did not matter whether that box was counted or not. And I think that was the basis why the returning officer and the county returning officer made a decision that had actually made that I had won. So this morning when I woke up, I realized Mogotio had been put into to repeat the elections again. Well, since the National Election Board has already made that decision, and since the Deputy President had said we will actually carry out a fair and free and credible election, personally, I've actually asked my supporters to fully participate in this election on Thursday, which I believe will still carry the day. I want to emphasize that there was really no serious election malpractices. The allegations that there was stealing of votes was not true. It's only that my opponents did not accept the defeat. Actually, they were defeated and they should have accepted. However, we're going back for round 2, and I believe that the voters will make their stand clear. So this Thursday, I'm appealing to all Mogotians to come and vote peacefully and have their say in a democratic manner. Personally, I would have liked not to have really gone through this thing again, But since the National Election Board or Tribunal have actually said for everybody to be happy, for everybody to be assured that there were no underhand deals, that let the Mogotians have a second round of deciding whom they want to be their leader in the next 5 years. I believe I'm that leader because I've actually done a lot for Mogotio constituency. And I am appealing to them that they come out in large numbers and support me in this particular cause. Thank you. Thank you. Basi nataka kusema tu kwanza toa shukuru wananchi wa Mogotio. Juzi tarehe 14 mwezi wa 4 tulienda uchaguzi ya nomination kule Mogotio constituency. Nataka kuwashukuru wote wale walipiga kura. Kura ilienda kwa njia salama. Tuko na kituo 152 na tulipata matokeo kwa tallying center. Iliingia mpaka kutoka saa 1 ikaendelea kuingia, ikahesabiwa na mpaka tukafika kituo namba 151. Ikabaki tu kituo moja ambaye ilifika, lakini ofisa yake sijui ilikuwa ameenda wapi. Hiyo kituo moja, hiyo sanduku ya kituo moja anaweza kuwa na maximum, anaweza kuwa na kura maximum ni 61. Lakini hakufunguliwa kwa sababu presiding officer alikuwa yuko. Na kutoka hapo wale tulikuwa na tunasimama pamoja, ama tulikuwa na shindana wao na wao, mmoja wao akaanza kuleta mafuruko. Ati hii tuweze funguliwa, mara huyu ni not hana ile naitwa nini, ashiki watu sawa, na akaanza kuleta mafuruko. Mpaka hata vijana wake akaanza kupiga teke masanduku, akapiga hiyo results, akaanza kutawanya hiyo vitabu, na akaleta mafuruko mbaya hapo katika ile kituo alikuwa anahesabiwa na kura. Lakini nyewe kura ilikuwa imeisha kwa sababu hiyo kituo moja hawezi ingebadilika kitu. Mimi mwenyewe nilipata 9,700 na ile karibu na mimi alikuwa na 9,400 na kitu 60 hivi. Kwa hivyo kwa maoni ya returning officer, kwa maoni ya county returning officer, nilikuwa nimechukua uchaguzi, nilikuwa nimeshinda hiyo uchaguzi. Kwa hivyo nilipoamka asubuhi nikaona National Election Board wameamua kitu kingine. Wameamua kwamba turudie uchaguzi ya Mogotio. Na wacha nisema kwanza, I was not hatukuambiwa, watu wa tribunal kuinvite tulete maoni yetu kama tulikuwa kuna issues. Tuliona tu wamepanga hiyo uchaguzi ya tarehe 21 Alhamisi. Tukuambia hatukuambiwa sababu, na mimi nafikiri at least tungesema angeambia sisi sababu ya kurudia kwa uchaguzi mara ya pili. Lakini kwa sababu wameamua, nitataka kuambia watu wa Mogotio wajitokeze kwa wingi, wapige kura kwa amani, na kuna imani kwamba bado tutashinda hiyo uchaguzi tarehe 21 Alhamisi. Kwa hivyo watu wa Mogotio tuwarudishie asante chama chetu ya UDA. Wamejaribu, walifanya uchaguzi murwa masafi sana tarehe 14, na tuko na imani kwamba tarehe 21 pia wataandaa uchaguzi mzuri, na tunarudishia asante deputy president wetu kwa sababu ameendesha mambo ya UDA kwa ile njia mzuri. Kwa hiyo maneno sawa.